Well, welcome back to my online studio. I appreciate you coming today, and I'm working on a painting of baby hummingbirds and the mama hummingbirds coming in and feeding them. And hummingbirds like to nest in a variety of different trees, one of them being poplar trees. And so I did some looking online. I like to paint my birds with flowers and stuff. And so I went online and looked at different species of poplar trees, and my goodness, I found a tulip poplar. So whether hummingbirds actually nest in tulip poplars or not, I'm going to have mine nesting there. That's the fun thing about being an artist, is we can make the world as we want it to be. It doesn't have to be exactly as it really is, but so that's what I'm doing. I'm painting the tulips, and I'm using mixtures of cadmium yellow medium with a little bit of cadmium orange, and then cadmium yellow medium. This is cadmium yellow medium with some lemon yellow mixed in. And then I'm using lemon yellow with some white mixed in, just to give a nice soft little yellow. My background is still wet. The leaves are still a little bit wet, so I have to be very careful as I apply the color to not pull up that green on my brush. So I clean my brush quite a bit. I have my thinner. I actually have my thinner in a water jug. I guess you can see it here. And so I clean my brush quite often, and then I wipe it with toilet tissue. So that helps keep my brush clean. A clean brush gives you nice, clean color on your canvas. And so the centers, the deep centers, are more of a rusty orange that I've made with cadmium orange plus a little bit of alizarin crimson. And then I just start following my reference material that I found on Google. I begin painting the individual petals of my tulips. Now, like I said, the background is still wet. The leaves are still a little bit wet, and I've made those leaves with mixtures of ultramarine blue plus lemon yellow, and then this that I just put up here is phthalo blue plus a little bit of white. And that just, I like to add some different color touches in there. This tulip is facing us a little bit more, so we see more into the depth of it. My reference material is placed on my laptop, which is placed on a rolling kitchen cart, or culinary cart, next to my easel on the tabaret, I guess you would call it. And that way then I've shown you a picture of that. That way it's easy reference. I can have it right there by me as I paint. It's easy to see, and so then I just use my reference material to follow. And the deep center of this is I take a little bit of alizarin crimson mixed with liquid original, which is just a dryer, and it also thins the paint down and makes it dry quickly. First using a little bit of ultramarine blue plus white, and white plus some dioxazine purple, and then the top of that catches the light. So this, I'm using pure white here. That's sort of bumpy, so add a few little bumps. And you can see this is called a bright brush. It's got a square tip, and I can use the flat edge. You saw me using the flat edge to make broader strokes. I can also use just the corner to make my little highlights there. They're white, So we add those in, and then on this side, they're going to be in shadow. So I just use a little bit of that white plus ultramarine blue. And a few of these catch the light. And then as they go down, the stamens become darker. But that's how I paint the tulips, the poplar tree tulips. And I want to add a few more little highlights here on this, just to make it pop out. Give it a little more shape. And then I'm going to add a little, kind of shape this petal. Bring a little bit of my green. I've saved all my leaf colors, so that way I can just come back in, make any corrections that I need. This one catches a little bit of light right there. And you can see I can use this large brush to actually make some fairly fine little brush strokes. And if I need to, I can come back and then use this to shape. That. I'm going to catch a little bit of sunlight right here. And I thank you for watching today. I have a blog, which if you can subscribe to my blog. I have the link to the blog below in the description below. And if you go on my blog, it'll tell you how to sign up. But you can see the complete step-by-step process as I paint on my blog, and you'll get an email every time I make a new post. So I hope you'll visit my blog, and always feel free to ask questions. I don't mind helping artists, and I just feel that God has blessed me so much that I just feel really it's my gift back to Him and other artists is to help them. So you have a great day and happy painting, and thank you again so much.